I rise to join and thank Senator Whitehouse for his ongoing commitment to giving a voice to the issue of climate change and the threat it poses to our country and, frankly, our world. Senator Whitehouse has provided real moral leadership on this issue, and I want to express my gratitude for his unrelenting focus. Mr. President, let there be no doubt climate change is real. The question is not whether it's happening, but how we will address it. Are we going to do all that we can to leave the next generation a safer and healthier world? As my friend from Rhode Island has impressed upon us with due urgency, week in and week out, climate change will be tremendously costly to our economy and to our very way of life. And the longer we wait to act, the more costly these impacts will be. Mr. President, the state of Wisconsin has been a proud home to environmental leaders who have worked to pass on a stronger environment to future generations. I think of Aldo Leopold, I think of John Muir, I think of Senator Gaylord Nelson, the founder of Earth Day. And as a senator for our great state, it is one of my top priorities to follow in this legacy and to preserve our natural resources and quality of life for future generations. It's not hard to see why Wisconsinites deeply value environmental protection. Looking out at the crystal clear waters of Lake Superior from its south shore, or standing atop Rib Mountain, gazing at the forests and farmlands of central Wisconsin, to casting your fishing rod in the world-class trout streams of the driftless region in the southwest of our state. There is no question that we are blessed. We are blessed with natural beauty in the state of Wisconsin. But, Mr. President, the impact of climate change can already be seen on these very landscapes and the economies that they support. We see it in agriculture. Growing seasons are shifting and extreme weather events are harming our crops. And we have increasing concerns about drought and groundwater. In fact, NASA recently warned that droughts will not only become more severe, but our ecosystems will be increasingly slower to recover from those droughts. Decreased soil moisture will put stress on farmers and their livestock, on private wells and our municipal drinking water systems. These prolonged droughts, combined with the increased intensity of storms and changing temperature patterns, will force farmers to change how and what they grow. It's extremely troubling as agriculture is an $88 billion industry in the state of Wisconsin. We also see the negative effects of climate change on our Great Lakes. In Lake Michigan, for example, we see changes in precipitation and evaporation patterns due to climate change that may cause more dramatic fluctuations in lake levels than we've already seen. Data from the Environmental Protection Agency shows that average surface water temperatures have increased in all 5 Great Lakes since 1995. Warmer surface water temperatures disrupt the food chain and facilitate the spread of invasive species, threatening our native fish with disease. Changing water levels create challenges for property owners and communities along the Great Lakes. Each of these changes will strain our local economies. Tourism is also a major part of Wisconsin's economy. And the North Woods is a beloved place to fish, camp, hunt, and snowmobile. But last year, for only the second time in its 45-year history, Wisconsin's famous Birkebinder cross-country ski race was canceled because of warm temperatures and lack of snow. The impacts on tourism, recreation, and the landscapes that we hold near to our hearts are already here. They will only become more drastic. The threats may be daunting, but we cannot allow the challenges to overwhelm us into inaction. Wisconsin's motto is just one word: forward. The people of Wisconsin have never been afraid of the challenges that we face. We have a strong progressive tradition of confronting our challenges and working together to shape our future for the next generation. Many of Wisconsin's most successful companies are leaders in energy efficiency and renewable energy and clean technology. In 2014, one of Wisconsin's major healthcare systems became the first in the nation to use entirely renewable energy. Wisconsin companies are strong innovators and provide opportunities for workers of today and tomorrow as they lead the way. Mr. President, I believe in smart investments by governments at all levels, by companies and institutions, and by citizens. This will help us confront the challenge of climate change while positioning Wisconsin for economic and ecological resiliency. This opportunity is great, and we must meet the challenge head-on, going forward the Wisconsin way. And I'd like to once again thank Senator Whitehouse for his laser focus on this issue that is so critical to our home states, as well as the nation and the world, that we will pass on to the next generation. Thank you, and I yield the floor.